Across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
In it to win it.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Giants at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second and 7. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Here's Toney to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Goff on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Goff. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Goff. And this one too low.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long. It's gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to fit.
Jones hit and the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And some space here, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Kayvon Thibodeau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year one.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And oh, he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it.
How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this effort.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed. And that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This one goes out wide for Barkley, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, gone. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Hey, lift!
Now gone. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Azeez Ojulari charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Now a play fake, and it's gone. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Goff now to throw. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
He's got Bellinger. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Jones. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jones throwing on first down. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Jones.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Barkley. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On first down, it's gone. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense. And they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Detroit, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Giants, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in